Abundance Family. Peace, love, and light to you. We live on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Okay? So Instagram is Bruja_Nation. Facebook is Divine Chariot Bruja. YouTube is Divine Bruja. Okay? Well, Divine Mother Creations. All right? Ashe, Ashe. Female energy, I feed it back. Okay? So, Spirit want us to know today, discover common bonds, right? We need to discover common bonds, okay? How you doing, family? I share an abundance to you. We live on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, okay? So, I got a message and I'm gonna share it, okay? Spirit said today, so many people have lost people, right? So many of us have lost family members, have lost friends, have lost people that we claim to be dear to our heart, right? But that's in our genetics, that's in our bloodline, that's certain things, right? But today, Spirit wants you to know that you are part of a larger family, okay? You are part of a larger family, and your purpose is bigger than what you thought you was handed or what shoes you thought you had to grow into, all right? Building common bonds, you will be building relationships with people in places all over, with different cultures, with different backgrounds, with different ethnicities, right? So they're saying you are not alone. We're in this together. That's why it's called universal love, okay? Spirit, what do you have for us today? Discover common bonds. Your best friend, y'all probably meet over the same thing. Your tire blue, their tire blue. Y'all probably meet over the same things, right? So let's see. What we got for you today? Where y'all at? Where y'all from? What's y'all sign? We have the Magician and the Nine of Swords, okay? When a Magician come out, this is a time for focus, intuition, right? A time for you to really harness what you've been studying, what you've been taking away, what you've been learning, how you've been applying that, but ultimately, what is your mindset looking at as you get new information? How your mindset looking as you get processing new information? What got you up at night? What's causing you to question everything, okay? With this Nine of Swords energy, I feel like this is someone up all night trying to process their thoughts, stress the hell out, doing too much, okay? Doing too much. Find your center, okay? So today we're going to find our center, all right? Today we're going to find our center, and as you finding your center here, things is being positioned in your hand. So when you have a common bond with somebody, when you have a relationship you're building with somebody, what you're struggling with, somebody else can be struggling with, and they already broke through. They already have clarity for their situation, right? You going through, you in the darkness, not yet stepping into the light with that type of clarity that they have. Hey, honey, how you doing, darling? But in order for you to gain clarity, you need to have that common goal, that common bond first, right? So Spirit is saying, how are you mothering yourself? How are you processing information for yourself, but also making relationships with other people to bridge that gap so that you bring clarity to all the information that you have? Because what separates you from where you are and where you want to go is the clarity and the information that you have to bridge that gap. Grand Rising, Miss Wilson, honey. Thank you. So Hermit mode is coming out. So off top, we have 3 major life shifts. One is you being the magician, knowing how to network, knowing how to put yourself in the right situation at the right time. 2, you being able to bring clarity to the dark phases of your life. If you can't bring clarity to those dark phases, then it's time to build relationships and partnerships with people that can help bridge the gap for you so you can have clarity with the information that you have, right? Grand Rising, Hansi, Ashe. I got like 3 hours of sleep, not even 3 hours. I'm gonna get on the road today, so I'm excited. Like I was up all night studying, processing information, And it's so dope with the information that's being like drawn to me right now. Like I'm waking up and it's in my fucking lap. People handing me resources and tools. I'm like, wait a minute, I've been looking for this shit for 10 years, okay? So I'm just so excited to process information right now, become a student of life, and set my family up for success, right? So Spirit saying the information that's being handed to you in your hand, you might not have the clarity just yet, okay? You too. I just had a healing session with the Blue Hunty. Ashe. That's lit, fool. Congratulations. I've been up all night. All fucking night. But it was worth it, okay? This full moon energy is universal love, okay? This universal love that's coming through, it's time for you to build communities. You can't just be thinking about yourself, all right? It's okay to think about yourself to get you started, but if you only looking at what's in it for you, then you ain't thinking big enough. Your dreams ain't big enough if it only includes you. So it's time to expand your dream to where it includes other people. So it stretches you outside of your comfort zone. It gets you moving and shaking in rooms that you didn't even think you could be qualified to be in, right? So when we make that next step to see other people in our vision, other people in our dreams, other people in our goals, right? My mama want this, my dad want this. Like I'm growing myself so I can accommodate that, but it's to experience something on the other side. This full moon was very different from the others. This full moon was the biggest full moon. It brought the biggest clarity. It's part of the winter solstice. It's beyond different. Man, it's beyond different, right? It's the last one of the year. So it's just, man, soaking in all of this knowledge right now. Spirit has been sending everybody downloads for where they at, where you at, where you want to go, and how you want to get there, right? But the thing is, we don't have the clarity with every area, right? You don't have the mental clarity to utilize what's being handed to you at hand, right? And that's that pause period. This is the pause period that come through when Spirit give you something in your hand and you don't have the clarity to utilize it. That's just like if somebody telling you, do you want $1 million cash or do you want $1 million credit? How would you utilize that cash? Some people be like, oh, I just want the cash, but they never had money in their life. You got all the cash, and then what you gonna do with the cash? What's the purpose for all this cash, right? So in certain rooms, your cash don't mean shit. It's the relationships with certain people. It's like you can't even buy certain people's time. You can't even pay for their fucking wisdom. They like, I'm not doing that. It's a partnership. Who got you in this room? Who got you access to me, right? Hello, darling. How you doing, dear? So Spirit is letting you know that your common bonds with people, the relationship you building with people right now matter. The people you know matter, and the people that know you matter. Okay? So how are you building relationships with people that's gonna help you get out of jams, and you can help them get out of the jams? That way y'all building y'all network together. Have you ever had a best friend that was looking for a job and you had a job and you put best friend onto a job? Best friend was just at home broke. Wasn't eating, wasn't doing enough for the kids. And you like, look, my job hiring. Come up here on Tuesday at 12 and then they taking open interviews. Look at that. Best friend just got put on game and ain't got money in their pocket. Now best friend can level up however best friend want to level up. Best friend just came to you with a problem and you gave best friend a solution, right? Those are the partnerships that we're looking for right now. Who can you build with? Who can I build with nothing? If I had to turn nothing into something, who would I use my creative energy with to manifest what I desire, right? How are you building your tribe? You can't keep saying the same thing as, I don't trust nobody. You can't keep saying it because you're not trusting you. If you walk out your house every day and say, I don't trust people, you don't trust yourself. It's time for you to build common bonds with people so you can go to that next level. It's relationships that's going to open doors to you that you never knew that you had access to. Relationships, not money. Money is the lowest form of wealth. Money is the lowest form of wealth. If all you got is money, you don't have much. It's relationships. You know how you see beach parties, people come out, they got over 300 people, they can laugh, have a beautiful time with. Why is that? Because they did something with these people. They connected with these people. They got these people hearts, right? How you ever went out with somebody and you had a terrible experience? You had a terrible experience, whether it was family or job related. It was just terrible because it didn't connect with you. It didn't connect at the heart. It felt forced. You don't want partnerships right now that feel forced. Wait until you get the clarity that you need to go on to the next level. Spirit is letting you know right now, it's a lot of information being passed. It's a lot of information being hyped up to make it seem like it's bigger than what it is, and it really ain't. Because everybody's not seeking. So you're not looking for those 99.9% that's not seeking. You're looking for the 1% that is. So you have the opportunity. When you have the opportunity, you move different. When you chasing shit with your head cut off, man, shit just hit different, right? Let yourself finish out these next couple weeks discovering common bonds, knowing that you are not alone, knowing that we in this shit together, okay? That's why it's called universal love. Journey to the heart, right? It's time for us to dive deep within that heart chakra to unlock our true potential. Your true potential with the relationships you can have once you heal. You never know what you have access to. You never know what you have access to. You never know what you have access to through relationships. Relationships is so important. I can't stress that enough. Man, for everybody to eat. Look at that. For satisfaction on a soul level. Relationships. Your ancestors, your spirit guides, your everyday relationships, your coworker, your best friend, your cousin. We all have somebody that believed in us from day one. It's somebody in your network of people that's been believing in you since day one. Appreciate that tribe. Sometimes people want 1 million people, 1 million followers, all this shit, all this stuff. But appreciate the people that support you whether you got that shit or not. Appreciate those people that's so into you, that's so into you and your vision, that they excited for you to keep going after it. They excited for you to keep your enthusiasm. They excited for you every time you're sharing your vision, every time you're sharing your goal, every time you're talking about something different. They encouraging you. They uplifting you. They feeding into you. Appreciate those people. Stay far the fuck away from people that steal your dream. You don't want to be around dream stealers. Today, discover your common bonds with people that actually want to see you win. Today, be around people that want to see you win, that wish you well, that's so excited for you to do well. They giving you resources. Hey, best friend, I see you struggling with this. Here you go, a resource. Hey, best friend, look, I see you've been stuck on this situation for at least 2 weeks. Here go a resource you can utilize. Let me know if it can do something for you. It's those partnerships, those bonds that we build with people take us out the fucking hole. If you found yourself in a hole as of right now, ask Spirit to reveal why you don't have the clarity you need to go to the next level. Because information is just information. Regardless of the dollar amount you're paying for that information, it's just information. But it's what you do with that information that transforms your life. To somebody that pay $5 for some information, to somebody that pay $1 million, it doesn't matter. It's what those individuals do with that information. I'm seeing kids become multi-millionaires, kids, based off information. So I know there's no fucking excuse why we can't have it, why we can't have it abundantly, why we don't already have it abundantly. Your abundance is dripping on you now. Your abundance is dripping on you now. Could you notice it? Do you notice it? Do you know what areas that you hella abundant in right now? What areas that you are just running over in? Sometimes we be so focused on where we want to go, how we want to live, that we lose sight of what we got. What do you have right now that's so powerful for you? What resources that you have right now that amplifies who you are? It's certain resources that we be sitting on that amplifies who we are at our core, but we don't like to share it because we feel like we don't have enough to give. You have everything to give. You have everything to give because you already received it, right? If I want abundance, I have to give abundance. If I want abundance and overflow, I have to give abundance and overflow. Energy feeds energy. Blessings, sweetie. I share an abundance, hunty. I love you, family. Where y'all at? Where y'all from? What's y'all saying? Feed me your energy. I feed it back. Today's message was discovering common bonds, knowing that you are not alone and you step into an energy of universal love, okay? If you don't have mental clarity in the area right now, Spirit is telling you, sit still with the information that you do have and ask, what is it that I'm overlooking to get this mental clarity? What am I overlooking to bring light to this situation? At certain times we feel as though we at a standstill, whether it's a holiday, birthday celebration, or just a fucking standstill in general. It's all in our hands. Everything was already equipped. You already got everything you need. It's in you. You got everything you need. But do you have the clarity to use it? Do you have the mental clarity here to use it, to utilize the things that you need? I'm in Texas, love. Sign is a Cancer, hunty. Okay, Ashe. Grand Rising, please keep me in your prayers, please. Ashe, I got you, Sierra. What's going on? Hey, Cancer, love you. I love you too. Okay? Feed me your energy, I feed it back. Spirit says it's time for us to eat. It's time for us to have clarity on what we eat. It's not just physical food, this mind food, this soul food, right? What's feeding your soul right now? What do you need to feed the soul? Not just the physical vessel, but what do you need to feed the soul? Who are you? Ask yourself this question in the mirror. Who are you? Who am I? Who am I? What am I here to do? What is my purpose? Am I on my purpose? Am I in alignment with my purpose? Much, much love from Michigan, hunty. Ashe. Today's the day to discover your common bonds, not only with yourself, but with other people. Who are you? Who is in your network of people, places, and things that give you clarity every day? Clarity is very important. You can have a lot of information, but if you don't have the clarity to utilize that information, to monetize that information, then you just as fucked up as the person that don't got the information, okay? You sitting on a gold man, but you don't know how to use it. Look at that. Half of us up in here sitting on a gold man, but just don't know how to use it. You got a Ferrari engine and you don't know how to use it. Gemini Charlie, hunty. Hey, Gemini Charlie. You sitting on a fucking gold mine. Ain't nobody equipped you with the resources, the tools, the resources to pull that potential up out of you. The words that people used around you, then dumbed you down, then normalized struggle. Just imagine if struggle wasn't normalized, if that shit was foreign. Just imagine where you would be. People normalize the struggle. Oh, it's hard. Oh, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that. Oh, I'm constantly going through this. I'm constantly going through that. What if struggle wasn't normalized? What if struggle let you know that there was a problem that you need to fucking fix? Just like if you was at work and the alarm couldn't stop going off. It lets you know there's a problem that you need to fix. Whether you're on the line, whether you with a group of kids and a fire bell go off, you know it's a problem somewhere. Our thing is when we struggling, it get normalized and you okay with struggling. You become okay being in this fucking hole. What if normalizing struggle wasn't there? What if when you struggle, you realize I got a problem that I need to fix and I need to nip this shit in the bud right now because I'm ready to move. When you're ready to move, you have clarity in things to get you moving. If you're sitting in a season, you're tired of sitting in it, you're tired of being in it, what clarity do you need to get out of it? So many times we repeat certain lessons constantly over and over for seasons because you didn't have the clarity to apply the information that you needed to improve. Sometimes you think just because you have certain information that you're good. So true, because I know I have a problem. It's time for us to stop normalizing struggle. Be willing to go to somebody else and ask for help. Be willing to seek somebody else's perspective that got out of that hole. That's a little bit further than where you are so that you can get where they are. You don't want to leverage somebody else's platform just to leverage it. You want to leverage somebody else's mindset to have the results that they have. When I get around my mentors, I want your fucking mindset. What got you to where you are today? I want to duplicate your fucking mindset. I want to be a miniature you in your back pocket with the mindset. Not you and how you live your everyday fucking life. But it's some that you know, it's some information and clarity that you have that I need to get adjusted to. It was certain vocabulary words that my mentor used that was well above my pay grade at the time to comprehend. It was certain words, vocabulary words that my mentor used was way above my pay grade to even comprehend. Do you realize that? Sometimes we asking for shit, but we not in alignment to receive. You asking to go to this next level, but you're not in alignment to receive. So you got to get rid of some shit that no longer serve you so you can make room for what you want to be implanted in. You asking for clarity, but you full of clutter. I'm asking for clarity, but my room is cluttered. My house is cluttered. My mindset is cluttered. My car is cluttered. My closet is cluttered. But I'm asking for clarity. Well, clean up some of this shit so that you can get the clarity that you need to move forward. It's not about just adding shit to your plate. It's cleaning up what you already don't need so that you can add on now. I'm trying to do better. It's so hard when you all by yourself. It's even better when you by yourself. That part I need you to correct. It's even better when I'm working on myself by myself because I don't got nobody else slowing me down. I need us to change our vocabulary words and what we speaking. You speak in struggle. That whole sentence is I'm normalizing struggle. I'm trying to do better. Take out trying because that's a limiting belief word. I am doing better because I'm doing it by myself and I'm improving every day. It hit different than I'm trying to do better. It's so hard when you all by yourself. It's the mindset. You already lost with what you're putting into words. That's a spell. And you wonder why you stuck. We wonder why we stay stuck when we constantly speak spells over ourselves that stop us from even fucking trying. That would stop me from trying when I'm all by myself. I can't do shit. I've been trying. How many times we quit trying to go to the gym? I've been trying to go to the gym. Okay, I'm going to do better. I'm proud of you. That's where it started, okay? That's where it started. I'm trying to do better. I'm doing better. That part. We need to know every single day that we are doing better. I'm improving. I want clarity. So I'm improving every day. 1%. All you need is 1% every single day. That's 365 times better than you was the prior year. With just improving 1%. You don't got to drastically change from left to right overnight. It's applying little baby steps. Noticing, okay, I used to go to the liquor store 15 times a week. Now I go to the liquor store once. Look at where you're improving. Thanks, I really needed this. Thanks so much. My pleasure. I love you. I love life. I love you. And I'm so excited for the life you're willing to create for yourself now. But it's going to take you to get gritty. It's going to take you to put in some fucking work, to invest into yourself. And once you get to that next level, you're going to appreciate this time right now at 10:56, December 20th. 10:56 a.m., December 20th. You're going to remember this conversation. Because this is going to be the turning point for the rest of your life. Okay? This is the turning point for the rest of your life of doing better. All you know is winning. Even when I take learning lessons, L's, it's winning. Because you're improving. I'm changing something so that I can improve. Don't look at failure. It's just failure. Failure, I learned something. I learned a lesson to stop spending my money this way, to start investing it. Start looking at where are you improving. So many times, I would say earlier in my entrepreneur journey, 2016, 2017, I was so gung-ho on what somebody else was doing that I couldn't see what I was doing at the time right. So it derailed all of my momentum because I was so angry being in the season that I was in that I couldn't see where I was growing at. Sometimes you could just be so far in your rhythm of things that you don't feel like you're growing. You don't feel like anything is taking place. Sometimes things take place on a spiritual level first before they manifest on the physical. I love you too. I understand I'm going to do better as of today. It's my new start. I'm loving it, okay? How did y'all like today's message? What did you learn? What could you improve? And what could you teach? All right? What was your major takeaway from today's message with Discover Common Bonds? I would like to know. All right? Thank you for the stars. I appreciate you. Ashe. Okay? Thank you, Hunty. I appreciate you. How did you like today's message? What was your takeaway? What did you learn? What could you improve? What could you teach based off today? All right? I'm going to start asking certain questions every day because I know it's not easy to be accountable to yourself when you was never taught or shown how to. Sometimes it's certain things we trying to implement, but we was never given a proper strategy to implement these new things. Everything you said was on point, Queen. Ashe, I appreciate you, darling, okay? I would love to know, what did y'all learn? What can y'all improve? What could y'all teach? And how did this message resonate with y'all today? I appreciate you, Rich. Thank you, boo. Where you from? You say Texas? What part of Texas? I'm going to be driving through Texas today, okay? Probably about another 12 hours before I reach your way, but I'm coming from Florida. I'm driving to the Midwest, okay? Another road trip before the end of the year. This was lit. What did you have for us today? What's our takeaway? Man, I was up at 3 a.m. doing my rituals, and it was so beautiful. Man, there was so much information that came through at 3 and 4 a.m. I'm so grateful for the relationships that I'm building right now, for the people that's coming into my life. I was just at awe. Like, as I was literally, as the fire went out, whatever. Oh, it's on this phone. I recorded it on this phone. Forward, Ashe. So is that close to, I think that's Oak Park? Y'all got so many sub-regions in Texas. It's so huge, child. I don't be knowing what part is what part. Because I was looking at places to move to in Texas. I was there like a couple weeks ago. And I know there's some areas you don't want to go to because of safety reasons. But I was looking in the area. Your message was wonderful, and right on time. You reminded me that doing this alone right now might be a blessing instead of a curse. Period. Okay? Period, Hunty. Ashe. Thank you. My pleasure. Okay? I'm so excited for you and your growth and what Spirit is doing for you right now. Okay? Each and every one of y'all. I'm so excited for who you becoming through this season. Why? Because Nobody has ever really equipped us to be grateful for where we at. I know that word seems so cliche, but when I mean being grateful, I mean embodying where you at today. Embody that shit. Embody that shit, because where you was yesterday or 10 years ago is completely different from where you are today. And if you're in the same spot, that's okay too. Knowing why you in the same spot. Sometimes it could be finances. Other times it can be you. You just stubborn. You don't want to apply new information. You don't want to change. Other times it could be environmental. People around you, right? We got to protect our inner circle for us and our outer circle with other people. So who I am by myself and who I am with other people, I need to keep myself in check, making sure I'm not around the wrong people that's going to steer me the wrong way. Thanks for your blessings. I know I'm going to do better than yesterday. I shade. It's so lit. I'm so proud of you, okay? That's where it started. Yes, indeed. Dallas is the main spotlight, but Texas is where you need to be, queen, okay? I want to come. I got a friend in Texas. She want me to move down there. She said I get more value for my house. She's like, if you can buy a house here, you'll have a mini mansion for what the fuck you was paying in California. I'm like, I need to look into that, okay? I want to start buying property underneath my nonprofit. So I'm still in the process of creating my nonprofit. I was looking at my mission statements yesterday, seeing what area of my nonprofit that I want to go in, because I want to bring value to vets, okay? Your tribe is your vibe, and that's real, okay? Your tribe is your vibe, okay? We need to be careful who we hanging around every day. It's crazy. In 2016, 2017, I was angry as fuck when my mentor told me that. When my mentor said, you are like the 5 people you hang around most. I'm like, bitch, what are you talking about? I was irritated. I'm like, here he go with these statistics, okay? I was irritated. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm different, okay? I'm fucking different. They can do what they want to do, okay? You glowing this morning, Pooh. Thank you. Ooh, I'm 2 hours of sleep. I'm glowing. Okay, sis. Ashe. Grand rising, boo. But, man, who you hang around, that shit is so real. My dad told me in 2014, you're going to have mental HIV hanging around these people right here. And at the time, my mindset wasn't nowhere near what it is today. So I'm like, Daddy, what are you talking about, mental HIV? What are you talking about? And what he meant by that is you wasting so many precious moments with people that don't understand your value because they're not even speaking life over you. Power of life and death is in the tongue, but when we having these conversations that's not feeding our soul, that's stealing from you. Who is consciously investing into you every day? Like, we need to pay attention to those people in our lives. Because if I'm with my best friend every day and my best friend keeps me comfortable, not stretching, not growing, not getting a bag, then you not my best friend. You my worst enemy, okay? You not my fucking best friend if you're not showing me how to level up my fucking life. Your best friend supposed to radically change your life. And I learned that in 2017. I met a couple that financially changed my future. Financially. They helped us get out of debt. They helped us manage our finances, help us live below our means, okay? To get out of debt and stop spending more than the fuck you make. It's not that hard. People are like, I can't wait to be debt free. You'll be debt free when you stop over fucking spending. When you learn to balance the budget. Learn to live below your means and not above them. I never seen the budget a day in my life before 2017. I call a budget was whatever the fuck I felt in that moment. I'm doing this because I feel like it. But fuck your budget. I got this because I feel like doing it. That's how my finances went. I felt like doing this all week long. I'm doing this all week long. Okay? Like, being on a budget, living below your means, having values, setting your goals. All of this is very important for you setting up for the next year. So you know what you did this year. You can eliminate that. Now, where you want to go? How you want to get there? Grand Rising, Romeo. How you doing, darling? How Shay? Blessings to you. How you want to get there? How you want to get there? Write down, what does a free day look like for you? If you was free today, if today you didn't have to worry about time or money, what would you do? What would you be excited to invest in? Your mindset, your body, whatever. People love the gym. People love all types of things. So what is it that make your heart sing? Ask yourself these questions. How much money do you want in your savings account, your 401k, your retirement account, your IRA, right? Like whatever account this is, how much do you want in it? And so many times when we get knocked down, you don't have a common bond with other people to help you get out of that hole, because mentally you have a block. It's a mental block. So now that I got this mental block, how am I going to solution seek through this mental block? Sometimes you have clouded vision so that you can see something bigger and experience something bigger. My mentor in 2017 said he had a donut year. And what he meant by that is, I put in all this work. I launched 300 people. I did all this with all these people and nobody stuck. Nobody stayed. But he was like, in that year, something changed in my heart. In that year, my heart changed for what I do. In that year of going through zero, just imagine sitting down with 1,000 fucking people, 300 people you got business with, and then by the end of the year, none of those people stick. So he was like, this is my donut year. But during my donut year, I learned the most. I had the most personal development. My heart changed. It was some change in my heart. So sometimes it's things that need to change in us before things materialize on the outside realm. Sometimes you wait for this big shift to take place, and the big shift is in you. The big shift is your heart. Taking the poop out of your heart. Stop feeling like somebody is trying to get over on you. It has been strangers that radically changed my life. Strangers that radically changed my life. So you got a soul tribe that's out here ready to invest in you. It's somebody that's been believing in you since day one. Since day one. How do you support that person? How do you love on that person? Everybody that's been sending me love, making me feel a certain type of way, I've been texting them in the morning. When I can. I can't hit everybody. But people that come onto my heart, I'm texting you. Grand Rising, I love you today. Grand Rising, how you feeling? Grand Rising, I need to let you know I love you and I appreciate you in my life. I appreciate the giants that's in my life. So I'm going to call you. I appreciate you, darling. Thank you for being in my life today. We need to appreciate the people that bring us value, that love on us, that check on us, that value us. Value to value adds value. Once you devalue value, you're not going to have nothing. So how am I adding value to my marketplace? How am I adding value to my tribe? To the people I already have? Look at that. The people that you already have, the people that already invest in you, the people that already see where you're going. How do you invest into them? How do you love on them? When the last time you bought them a gift card and say, yeah, coffee on me? That's the shit that I do. Here you go, coffee on me. Yeah, dinner on me. Here you go. I appreciate you in my life. That's just a kind act of my spirit. I appreciate you. It's certain times we just need to appreciate the power other people have in our lives that help us transform. It's somebody that helped change your life, that help, how can I say, influence you to make a certain decision. It was certain people that helped influence your decision-making process. And the people that helped you or influenced you to do that, how are you giving back to them, loving on them, appreciating them for being giants in your life to get you started? My mentor at the time was Corey and Steph. Corey and Steph changed my marriage. Corey and Steph changed our life. We went from Tracy being in the military doing his own damn job, me working a 6-figure job, doing my own damn job. We was split like this in the household. He went his way, I went my way. He was going 16 hours, I was going 16 hours. We didn't have no fucking relationship. It was just getting back. Look at that. I'm working 12 and 16 fucking hours. He working all these hours. We never knew each other. Sometimes you could be with somebody, but you don't know them. Sometimes you can have sex with somebody, but you don't know them. Sometimes you could be with somebody for years and still don't know them. The time I have with my husband today, I wouldn't trade it for the world. The relationship I have with my husband today, I wouldn't trade that shit for the world. Like, the mental clarity that we have, our business conversations, our relationship conversations, our family conversations, it just goes to a whole nother realm now. But 5 years ago, we couldn't sit together in a room and go over our budget together. That's how I know it's seasons to things. 5 years ago, when we started, we was arguing like cats and dogs trying to talk about our budget. It was like, why the fuck you spend this? Why the fuck you spend that? Why you got money here? You ain't tell me. Why you got this here? You ain't tell me, okay? I feel like my money was my money. I ain't got to tell you shit. My money, my money. Your money, my money. So I ain't got to tell you shit. I can do what I want. Look at that mindset. We want to build something together. We need to know what we doing. You are teaching this morning, beautiful. I shade. It's all love. I want you to know that it's people in your life right now that's rooting for you. It's people in your life right now that you need to be grateful for. How you want more and you can't manage what they already blessed you with. Sometimes we be wanting more people, more stuff, more things, more money. But you ain't even maxed out what you got right now. You ain't maxed out that 100 grand yet. You ain't maxed out your 50K yet. We want more. We want this $1 million status, but you ain't got no $1 million work ethic. Grand Rising, Erica. You don't have $1 million heart. Where your heart? Where's the heart for why you do what you do? Anybody can make money in any fucking thing. But it's how you making your money. How it making your money this way making you feel. You can make money in a lot of different things, but how is it making you feel? With the impact you bring into the world. We all have a different mission, different goal, different streams of how we get our income, right? But how getting that income making you feel? How is it changing you as a person? My mentor sat me down and said, I'm not hard on you because I'm just nitpicking with you. I'm hard on you because I see what you can do. I see your potential. I want to pull your potential out of you. And it made me angry. I'm like, you hard as fuck on me. You ain't treating nobody else, none of your other mentees like this. She was on my ass because she knew there was something in me that I couldn't see yet. So sometimes you go to certain people because they got a bird's eye view on your journey. Like, okay, you here? Okay, you still got to go through this. You still got to go through that. Okay, how about this? I'm going to show you. Go left. Go right. Tap in with me. I'm going to show you how to get there. I'm your GPS for right now. My mentor was my GPS. I'm trying to go left and right. Ooh, that's a land bomb. Okay, to migrate out of this, you got to go right. It's those type of relationships that get us out the fucking hole. What relationships you have right now that you can ask for a hand up and not a handout? Look, could you pull me up out of this hole? I need help. But I ain't asking with my hand out. I'm willing to pay the asking price. It's like sometimes we want something for nothing. You can't go to the crossroads like that. You can't go to spirit like that. You need a candle, some food, something, some form of energy. Something for nothing leads to what? Nothing. It's a process though, okay? Your mindset not going to change overnight. Your heart not going to change overnight. Appreciate where you at today and appreciate the clarity that's coming your way as of today. Spirit said, discover common bonds. You're not alone. We in this together. That's why it's called universal love. So, whole time you thought you was working for yourself. You not. You working for spirit. And it's for the collective. Okay? Sometimes we get in our own way. We think we doing all this shit by ourselves. I'm doing this. I got this plan. I need this. Ooh, and this spirit got some whole other plan for you, okay? Do you want your results or do you want God's results? Do you want your results or do you want God's results? Once you let go of control in this area with your cap, your capacity, that's when spirit gonna release the cap and you step into full abundance. You step into full abundance when you walk in with authority. When you know where your authority lies. It's in spirit and truth. My authority is in spirit and truth. So it already happened already. So I'm tapping into energy that already happened because the things in the spirit realm already happened. I'm just materializing that to manifest on this physical plane, right? It's spirit first. So you got that download, conscious download. Oh, I see myself doing this. I see myself doing that. That was a spiritual download. So you know that shit happened. Now it's getting it into alignment so you can take off in the physical. My mentor told me that every 90 days, your business results is a direct reflection to your personal development. And at the time in 2014, 15, 16, 17, I didn't have the mindset to comprehend what the fuck they was talking about because I didn't go through enough life stuff. So I'm like, what are you talking about? Business results, personal development. It was so cliche. But now I fucking get it, okay? It make perfect sense. I just want to call them like, oh my God. 4 years ago, I got this nugget. It just downloaded in my spirit, right? Sometimes we have information that we've been sitting on for a while, and you feel as though you late. You feel as though you're running late for something. I'm running behind because I don't have it looking like this, that, and the third, right? But you're not late. You're right on time. Appreciate where you at in your journey. Appreciate that process of the clarity that you have right now because you're sitting on abundance, okay? This Two of Wands and this Devil card is the decision that you got to make to get out of this hole. Look at that. I need to make a decision to get out of this hole. I need to make a decision to get out of this hole. What decision are you going to make? You know, sometimes we say we're getting out of things and we put ourselves into a deeper hole, a deeper situation. It was so many times I said, shit, Spirit, I need help to get out of this hole. They got me out that hole and I landed into another landmine. Like, shit, I just got out of this hole and I put myself in another one. I just said I was going to do this shit again. Come on now, can somebody be honest today? Who going to be honest with their situation? How many times you prayed to get out of the hole, got out of the hole, and was right back in one? Like, shit, didn't I just pray to get out of this? Didn't I just ask to be free from this? Woo! Plenty, okay? Plenty, okay? Let's see. Hey, wow. Ashe. Wow. So letting go, okay? This Five of Cups is the grief. Me, the hole is my second hole. Okay? Woo! How many times we landed into this fucking hole, okay? Look at this. Hey, Miss Sky, how you doing, Pooh? This Five of Cups is me grieving over some shit that I had. Okay, hold on. Spirit is saying take it back. How many times you talked about one of your past highlight reels? I remember last year when I did this. I remember 5 years ago I did this. I remember last month I had this amount. Or at the beginning of the year we had PPP money, okay? Whatever the situation is, you crying over spilled milk, baby. The milk already spilled. Let it go. Focus on what you got right now. Some people be so caught up in the past. I don't give a damn 3 months ago you was a millionaire. You spent that money. A million in, a million out. You ain't got that shit now. It's like sometimes we ride off the wave of what we used to do. Do you want to be a has-been? Do you want to be the one telling stories all about your past and never about your future? I don't want to be the one sitting on my damn deathbed talking about, I used to have this, I used to do that, bitch. You ain't did shit if you constantly talking about used to. Used to was a rooster. How are you relevant today? What are you doing today that's going to keep you relevant? What are you doing today that's going to keep you relevant? You hear a lot of people talking about what they used to do. They highlight reels. I used to make this. I used to make 100 grand, 200 grand, 300, a million. I used to do this. I did this in my day. What are you doing now? Next person that talk about their past to you, tell them, excuse me, sir, what are you doing now? Excuse me, ma'am, I love you. What are you doing today? What are you doing today? Ooh, piss him off, okay? Piss him off respectfully, okay? What are you doing today? That's not ego, that's confidence, okay? This page of staff is developing your confidence again. I used to do this. Okay, we're getting out of used to. I am doing this today. I am doing this today. I am doing this today. Come on, work with me. Say, I am. I say, whatever you want to put to your I am. I am. I say. We can have whatever we want in 2021, 2022. That don't matter. Because once you find your spark to get back up and face the world, you can have 2 streams, 3 streams, 4 streams, 7 streams of fucking income. It don't stop there. It don't stop there until your limited belief saying, I can only have one way, I can only get it one way. You can get it multiple ways. It's the clarity that you have right now to implement that. Sometimes people want to add on to their plate. They saying, I want to make money 7 different ways. I need 7 different streams. But you ain't maximized your first stream. You ain't maximized your second stream yet. It's like sometimes you have so much information. You don't have the clarity that you need to implement the information how you want to implement. Sometimes we pay people for stuff and we expect people to do the work for us, to give us a shortcut to success. The shortcut is you doing the work every day. That's the shortcut. The shortcut is you showing up every day. That's the shortcut. Sometimes we need to show up for ourselves every day, to bet on us every day before you can bet on any program, anything else. But don't cheat yourself from going after that information. I know I used to think, when I get a team, I go invest in myself. Oh, when I get this, I go do this then. No, you should work on it now. Why? It's just you. The hardest person in the fucking world to lead is yourself. The hardest person to lead is yourself. Look at that. Damn. The hardest person in the world to lead is yourself. You know how hard it is to get your ass to listen to you? I love y'all Instagram. Peace, love, and light. Share. Hold on. Discover. Comment. Buzz. Boom. Okay. Let me see if I got a photo. The last night ritual. So this is a photo of last night ritual. Everything was knotted together in the front. So Spirits was working on all that, and these candles burned down in a couple minutes. Look at that. Like it was so crazy. This one, it was like my snakes. Like everything burned down just like my snakes. And when it got finished, it was like a snake. It was lit. So, cause me and Tracy did this together. Then we was out with the full moon at 4 a.m. It was lit. I did so many workings last night. That's probably why I got so much energy. This was 2020. Like, there's so much stuff has changed over these years. You know how sometimes your phone show you what's your highlights? 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I was in San Diego. Going to an art show, meeting people, networking, right? So you never know what your path is gonna lead you to. Bones. Okay. Actually, wow. This is 2018. We had a no-show to one of our meetings. Like, you never know how far you came. I gotta show Tracy that. We had a no-show. Grand Rising family, sending love. Thank you, honey. I appreciate you. I need the love. Y'all have any questions before I go? Um, damn. 3 years ago, I got no-showed. Wow. And I planned the meeting, put it in my schedule, showed the fuck up, and the person never showed. Look at that. We don't ever look at shit like that. How many times you did something for yourself, showed up for you, but the other person didn't show up? Who have left you stranded or sent you off? Like, bitch, you said you was gonna come and you sent me out. How many people word wasn't they bond? Okay? Look at that. That was just 3 years ago. I was following through with my word. And the other party never followed through. Do y'all have any questions for me today? I'm looking. Okay. Okay. Cool. How did y'all feel about today's message? Ashe. 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 What was your major takeaway? Wow, that's amazing. Constantly getting the information led into my lap. Hold up. Y'all have any questions for me? It's all love. I appreciate the love. Yolanda, I love your little emoji and your hair. Oh, it's so cute. Okay. Let me know if y'all got any questions before I go. Cause I'm gonna be on the road today. So you got denied for housing. So I need help with clarity. You should do a wellness kit, Tabitha, for clarity. And the elevate your mind herbs. Tamika Fields, your credit profile is housed by many different things. Your credit score alone is not just going to get you the property, okay? Sometimes you get denied based off other factors, okay? So it's crazy. I was just going over this yesterday with somebody. Did you get your denial letter? Did they give you your denial letter? You get 30 days to see why you was denied. And it'll let you know whether it was your credit score, what was on your credit score, or other factors, right? Other public records that they was utilizing. And the thing is, no one equipped us to set up our profile the correct way to get properly funded and to get the things that we seek, whether it's housing, house, car, whatever this is with our credit profile. So if you need help with that, Tamika, I can assist you with that. What do I do about that? I just told you can get you a wellness kit, okay? Wellness kits is $111, all right? Once you get your wellness kit, you can take your herbs and it will help you with mental clarity, but it will also detoxify the body, right? When you have a hormonal imbalance, it stops you from having clarity. Okay, which package do I do for that? Because I'm ready for the end of this darkness. I need my light back. Ashay. You can cash at me for Zelle. 111, and I'll make it for you. All right. Each package is handmade for me. So you can inbox me or text me. Here go my number: 619-319-8703. Okay. So, you said you got denied for housing twice. Yeah, I mean, it's something on your profile that you need either removed, a permanent deletion, removed, or it's not reporting accurately. Did y'all know your credit score, the proper profile can get fully funded? Did you know you can rent out your credit score to somebody else to utilize to help them get an 800 credit score like you, or 850 or whatever? Like, it's so many different perks to having good credit that some people think it's just the number, but it's not the number. It's the amount of accounts you have, open and closed accounts, student loans account. Like, it's a ratio of so many things added on to have a healthy profile. Your profile, you can get more with 650 because of your ratio of things than somebody they got at 850 and don't got shit on their profile to help them monetize, right? So it's a case-by-case scenario. Everybody's situation is different, but it's certain things that get you paid and get you fully funded. And that information is what's not really readily available to everybody. I'm noticing a lot of people go to credit gurus that just want to dispute shit that come back on your credit report. I remember paying people, what I paid her, $50 a month. I was paying $150 a month, some shit. This was 2012. This is my first time doing it. And nothing came off, okay? Nothing. Actually, what she disputed came back on my fucking credit report, fucked me up from getting a car, everything. And I'm like, what the fuck did she do? I did the shit myself. I got a permanent fucking deletion, right? So it's sometimes we pay for stuff from other people, but don't have the clarity in our expectations of what we're paying for. So we pay for things without having clarity of what we're paying for, and realizing this solution or remedy that they gave me didn't work for me. I need another solution. I need another remedy. Could you help me with that? If you can't help me with that, it's some shit I need to do on my own. It's that part. We don't be willing to do the work. Like, when you bump into a hard time or hard time finding clarity with some information that's valuable to you, what do you do? Do you fold, or do you solution seek to say, hold on, I know it's some information here that I need to take away, that I need to grasp, but I don't have the clarity right now to understand or comprehend. So I'm gonna come back to this, or I'm gonna keep working at it. Which one do you do? Because there were so many times at the beginning of my journey, I just fucking got irritated, and my attitude caused me to lose so many opportunities. And I was thinking about that the other day. Your attitude is life or death towards your future. My attitude was ass. My patience was ass. My emotional stability was ass. But it's through working with thousands of people that equipped me to, I guess, have eyes to see other things. What got you to a place won't keep you there. So whether you reach your first 10,500, whatever this is, this level is based off the information that you had over the last decade or two, whatever. So once you improve and be ready to go to this next level, this information is going to take you to this next level. But it's the clarity with that information that's going to really help you stand out. Clarity is definitely fucking needed. Like, I've been paying for so many mentorships this whole year. Thousands upon thousands of fucking dollars. But I realized it's only one or two gave me the mental clarity that I fucking needed. Like, I'm in December, and at the end, from January to December, out of all the information that I paid to have access to, none of that shit gave me mental clarity. It was like somebody was grabbing me by the balls, holding me hostage. But is it because the information don't work? No. But do I have the mental clarity to utilize that information right now? No. So it's time for me to move on to something else. Sometimes we be on a roll with things, and then you get distracted by some shit you think you need right now, when you just add that onto your arsenal. You just add that onto your cart. It's in your cart, but you ain't gonna use that for some time. But you got that resource. You see that? When you go to the grocery store, you got canned food, you got fresh food, and you got all the other shit in between, right? It's some of that canned food you use right away, or that fresh food you use right away. But it's other shit that's gonna sit on your shelf for a while before you get to it, like the seasoning, right? You don't use all the fucking seasonings in your cabinet every time you cook. You pick out some of them only doing Thanksgiving. You pick out others doing your soul food. You pick out others as a hit or miss every now and again, right? So that's the same way with information. Some information you need right then and there, okay? And it's other information you just add it onto your belt for later on. It's a future resource, but you need to comprehend what this future resource is going to do for you. I realized there's so many resources I got this year, and a lot of them is for the future. It wasn't for right now, what I was doing right now. Ain't that crazy? I went fucking investing, traveling, all types of shit. And I did all that for some shit I don't need right now. But I needed some other things along the way to add that to it, okay? So it's the clarity. I just got clarity, I swear. Doing this full moon. This full moon brought so much clarity to what we was doing in all our projects. I just felt like, I'm all over the place with information. I need clarity on this shit. I got a headache. And then last night, Spirit said, oh, you think you in darkness? Oh, this was doing my reading. So you think you're in darkness? You think you got cheated? You feel what they say? You feel like there's a deception, like somebody is holding out information on you? I'm like, well then, I sure felt that way. Spirit said, no. You just don't have the clarity that you need right now to implement this information. And that's purposely. I'm like, well, damn, y'all purposely got me in the Wande Zoo. Wande Boo. However the hell you say it. Let me see, angels, what do you have for us? Purposely. They said, you right here purposely. We got you sitting right here purposely. Calm down. Ask for clarity. Ask for help. Man, if only we was this calm with ourselves, fucking up in the beginning. Keep charging ahead. Don't take no for an answer. Expect miraculous solutions to appear. Okay? Send the cash app. I got you, baby. You see that? Keep charging ahead. Your angels is backing you. Keep going. This shit don't resonate. Keep moving. Take what resonate, leave what don't. Right? So sometimes in life, you just need to keep going. Hold up. I want y'all to say this with me. I am in alignment with my soul's purpose. Okay? Put that in the chat. I am in alignment with my soul's purpose. Okay? I want to get that nugget to y'all this morning. I got you, Hunter. Lucky numbers. I got you, boo. I am in alignment with my soul's purpose. Where's my dice at? My dice at my mama's house. I'm gonna use my dice. I have it this weekend. Okay, lucky numbers there. What do you have for lucky numbers? What do you have for lucky numbers? Let's bless the space for you, Yolanda. Lana, do you play Lotto? When last time you played? soul's purpose. I say that part. That was the affirmation Spirit gave me today. I am in alignment with my soul's purpose. So doing this is in alignment with my soul's purpose. Other shit is not necessarily my soul's purpose. It's just my ego want to do it. So sometimes you can have a flashy object syndrome, where you think you need all of these flashy things to get to the next level. You think you got to do it another way. I need to do it this way. But it's just me being an adventurous soul, right? So sometimes you don't need to change your path drastically. You just need to add something extra to your path to where you can feel confident with what you're doing. It's our confidence with what we're doing. Whether you sell books, sell hair, right? Do nails, do massages, whatever this is, how confident are you with what you're doing? How does this move you? How does this feel like it's in alignment with your purpose? Because our purpose is different. I have a resource to help you develop your purpose, right? If you haven't found your purpose yet, I have a resource that can help you develop your purpose, right? Sometimes we think our purpose is our hobbies, but your hobbies just give you extra momentum to be creative, to utilize your purpose in its full potential. Sometimes your hobbies is just there to be a hobby. And I had to learn that. I love doing hair. Doing hair for me is the shit. But I realized it was just a hobby. It wasn't what it was for me at 16. 16 doing hair, I was all in. I wanted a salon, every motherfucking thing. It was like, no, I'll be doing this for the rest of my life. That's how I felt at 16 doing hair. But when I was doing hair back in 2019 and 2020, 2020 was my last time doing hair, and I said I was done. But in 2020, I realized I like doing this when I feel like it, not because I have to. So it was a way for me to use my creative energy when I felt like using it, but I don't want to have to use this just for money. It robbed me of me having fun, right? Sometimes when you're doing something and it's just for money and you don't have a motive behind it, it robs you. I'm doing this just for money. I don't have no real goals behind this. I'm exhausted. I don't feel like doing no hair today. But when I get to do it for a hobby, like when I go back to Chicago, my whole family hit me up. Could you do my hair? Could you do my hair? Ooh, this lady just fucked my hair up. Could you fix this? Could you do this? And I have fun doing that because it's not every day I'm doing hair. So yes, I can help you. I can fix this situation, but I can also be creative because I feel like being creative today. It's not like I have to do it. So look at your hobbies like that, or some things that you like to do. What do you like to do to genuinely replenish, to help you? And then look at the areas of what you do for money. Do what you do for money make you feel like how you feel when you're doing things for your hobby. Your hobby, you don't necessarily got to get paid for it. It can bring you some cash, but your hobby is to replenish you, to make you feel good. You know how sometimes you go do your nails, if you like doing nails, you did the shit yourself, you had fun, whatever this was, you had fun doing. That's how our hobby should do it, to replenish us. But then we have our work. What part of your work that help you to replenish so that you feel more purposeful doing that work? You know how therapists talk to a lot of people that got a lot of motherfucking problems. They be needing counseling too, okay? So they had to come for a spiritual cleanse and get some counseling because they head be all through the roof, okay? I met one at the beach the other day, and she was so funny because we walked up to their bonfire. Hey, Rose, how you doing, darling? We walked up to their bonfire, and it was like 6 of them, and 2 of them was psychiatrists. And one of the psychiatrists is like, I think I need to check myself into an institution. And I was so tickled, and I was laughing my ass off, but he was dead ass serious, okay? He like, look, I had some long ass days. I think I need to check myself in. So we look at other people and get so much enthusiasm from them, but don't realize that they need to pick me up too. Okay, it's like some people that we go to for resources, they be burnt the fuck out. I miss you guys. Miss you too, Queen. I shake hands too. Some people be burnt the fuck out. Okay, they be on their last leg. Okay, last leg. When I came up to the beach, I was just so tickled because I was saging myself at the beach. And by me just going from head to motherfucking toe with my sage, I attracted a lot of people to me. Like, ooh, what is that you using? And stuff like that. So it was so funny to just sage him down. He was like, can I take some of that? I'm like, yeah, you gonna need this. It was so funny. How you been, Rose? How's the kids? How's the plates coming along? I know there's a couple things you said before you left last time. I'm trying to remember everything. No, I did with a lot of people. Let's see. What's our potential? What's our potential today? Our potential for today. Okay. So Spirit don't want us acting jealous, okay? They don't want us being a weak kid with bad news or legal issues. They want you rising up above it, right? Wow. Okay, so Yolanda, your numbers coming out is 10 and 2. Okay? 10 and 2. I say 10 and 2. With this 10, it's crazy. It's a 10 of coins. You see that? 10 of coins, and then it's the 2 of swords. The 2 of swords came up in reverse. So the page of swords came up in reverse too. So the potential. Jealousy. Yolanda, did you wow. That's my brother's birthday, 10-2. Wow. That's crazy. So that's your lucky numbers that's coming out, 10-2. But do you file taxes? I'm saying like either some bad news with legal or like some tax issues, something with money. It could be with your baby dad. It's like a crossroads. Who filed Zion? Him or you? Do y'all do joint? Do y'all file jointly or do y'all file separate? Claim him 6 months and you claim him 6 months? Like how did that go? I feel like it's like bad news with legal or tax issues. You filed. Have you ever tried to file Zion? I claim it. Okay. It's showing like a weak kid. Bad news, legal or tax issues. So, yeah, the Ace of Swords is giving you like new mental clarity, new ideas to navigate. Not to my knowledge. Yeah, with this, all these coming out as swords, so it's like a fight. Literally, all these is swords. You see that? All of them are swords. So this sword is a crossroad. These two came up in reverse, but it's like some form of blockage. So this could be the blockage that was with your money, or a legal situation. It's like filing legal or getting legal advice on a situation. But it's all swords. Yeah, all swords. You got all swords coming out. But ultimately at the end is success. So it's like you're going through a bunch of fight. Look at all that fight and defense. A bunch of fight here. Look at all of these swords. And then I get the success. So it's like you got Is this either 4 blockages or 3 blockages? And then you have the clarity to move how you want to move. So it's either with some legal information, taxes, or I guess the child support. It's a couple blockages that's stopping stuff. So you got 10, 2, and 5. Okay, it's probably something you did illegal. That's gonna cause some grief because of his ego. Do you have a big ego? You got 10, 2, and 5. And this 5 is like a grieving energy, letting something go, crying over spilled milk here, but not paying attention to what you got access to there, right? So, do you have a big ego? This is somebody that's heavy in their ego, think they the fucking shit. They shit smell like roses, okay? This that situation. It's like all of these mountains behind them. It's like a green light they come in, okay? It's huge, auntie. So this green light is coming. All of these mountains is coming. So he about to start going through some shit. I don't know if he got other baby mamas or other life events, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He got 6 things that's coming fast in, okay? So, child, you ain't the only one he owes. Shit, look at that. You ain't the only person he owes. He don't know how to move. I owe everybody with my money and I don't know how to move in the room. Child, you got fucking problems. That's exactly how he is, Hudson. You ain't the only one he owes. There's a lot of shit going on. And he could barely move comfortably. Fuck y'all want. All these problems. What y'all want? What y'all want from me? So he got 6 things coming his way before the new year, or going into the new year. That is big. He does have other baby mamas. Okay, so everybody on his neck. Is he on child support with any of his other kids? Sometimes it's alliances with that. My cousin, who's on child support first? Maya. Okay. Okay, so with my cousin, he's paying child support for his son before he was paying he's paying child support for his daughter before his son. His daughter, they was paying child support in the same goddamn house. This shit confused the fuck out of me. I'm like, you can put somebody on child support and y'all live together? This shit was so funny. She's like, yeah, he leaving. Fuck that. I put his ass on child support. So, literally, they was married in the same household, and he was on child support. Then, when they was going through their separation, his other baby mama, his second baby mama, the IRS gave her, the second baby mama, back pay. It was like 10 bands. They took 10 bands out his fucking taxes. They said, no, sir, this is for just in case you ever fall behind. I'm like, well, damn. Y'all could just take 10 of my G's up front for just in case you ever fall behind. We got it. I was so appalled. I'm like, damn, that's cold. He filed his taxes and he didn't get shit. They suspended his license and everything. He's like, what the fuck? She got her money already. They said, no, sir. This is for just in case you ever fall behind. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck this bitch put on her paperwork. But, woo, this was the talk through the town, okay? The talk through the town. All right? I know y'all family. This was nice. Do you have any questions for me? So the message for today was discover common bonds You're not alone. We're in this together. That's why it's called universal love. Okay. Wow. My herbal blend. That's why I think someone in the office or did some spiritual work on it. You can definitely do spiritual work on shit and have it blocked up, especially if you're using certain deities. And if you got a plug in the office, that's real legit, okay? That shit would never go through. I know my grandma used to work for the public aid office, and she took me to work for Take Your Child to Work Day. And I had put myself into the system like that. You can have a link card and shit like that. So it was people coming up there for them in 12 months, still ain't got their shit. So it is how people process information and what they put on your profile. So you could be filling out information right. It's just the person in the office could be overlooking a letter or change the code or whatever it was, and it got derailed to a whole nother path. So that should be really happening up in there. Could you do this? My grandmother's baby father paid to get out of a paternity test. They both worked at the same office, and he paid somebody to switch the results. So she was humiliated. Okay, she was embarrassed. I'm telling you, that shit happened. Okay, shit happened common. That's a common thing. He humiliated my grandma. She went out there for a DNA test and that shit was switched. Yep. That's what money can do. It can buy you resources and time. Let's see. Did he pay somebody? Waiting for results to make a choice. Okay, yeah, he paid somebody. Look at that. 2 of mine came out. The devil. Look at that. You got the devil. This is greed, envy, materialism, obsession, sexual lust. Waiting on the result, okay? So, yeah. He paid somebody. Oh, that's deep. The money all over here. Look at that. I pay whatever I need to pay. Get me out of this. Look like somebody was stuck and then got free. Look, I've been here an hour and 30. I share. Whew, I feel like I've been talking for 8 hours. Man, it's because I ain't getting no sleep. I'm going to be knocked out on this drive. We're going to be driving for at least 18 hours. Let me see. What's the traffic like? What's the traffic like? What y'all doing this week? What y'all got planned? What you got planned, Yolanda? What I was doing? I know. Yeah, because I received one payment and then it stopped. See, where you headed? I'm going to see Papa, then I'm going to see my mama. Then I got to be back before my furniture get delivered before the 30th. Okay, so it's going to be a hey, slide by, hey, a day here, 2 days there, coming back. Okay, I'm like, I got to be there before my furniture get delivered. Seafood night on Christmas Eve with the kids. Auntie, what kind of seafood? Is it crab, lobster, shrimp? What kind of seafood? Is it a boil with some of every motherfucking thing? Like, let me know. I'm gonna spend some time with my son and brother, sister, and mom. I never met your sister and brother, but I met your mama and your son. So tell bro and sis hello, how they doing? And tell mommy, hi, mommy Taurus. And tell Zion, say hello too. That's lit, okay, family. And you can actually be present, okay? Not worry about work, not worry about, I gotta do this, so I gotta go back to this. You can finally be present, okay? So just enjoy their company. Will do, Hunty, okay? Enjoy their company. I know this is the first year in 10 years. My whole family is about to be together. Like, not my whole entire family, it's just my immediate family, my mama and her kids. We all like to be together. We do everything. Big boys, seafood, mac, fish tacos, Alfredo. Where's my plate? Where you located? Yes, it feels so good, okay? Like, man, the peace of mind that you can actually be present. This is the first year in 10 years that me, my mama, my stepdaddy, my little sister, my grandma, my husband, it's all about to be together, okay? I ain't been together with my mama and daddy uh, on Christmas shit since I was what, fourth grade, fifth grade. Every year I got sent to somebody else's house. So, because we had the 2 weeks off and I used to be up. So I'm like, damn, we ain't all been together in a while. I spent my time with the boo this morning and it was much needed, Hunty, okay? Without no stress. Look at that. I ain't gotta get up and work, so I can actually be into you. You see how that feel? Like, being present in the moment, it means so much, but so many times we have all this other shit going on in our head, in our heart, all this other shit planned. When you really meant to spend time with somebody, you can't even spend time with them because your mind already somewhere else. I know for a fact because it used to happen to me. I used to work 2 fucking jobs. I don't know how in the fuck I did it, but I worked 2 jobs, 2 full-time ass jobs, and thought I was supposed to have a healthy ass relationship. I'm like, why the fuck is you turned to my arch enemy? I'm like, I could stand Tracy ass, okay? Philly, come on through. You're very welcome, Hunty, okay? Damn, I just left Philly. You was supposed to cook this shit last week. I used to be so angry at Tracy, and it was because I couldn't process my thoughts. Like, I ain't had no time to myself. But once I got to love on me and spend time with myself, me and my relationship with Tracy changed. I used to be angry. Like, I was angry at him and didn't realize I was angry. Like, that is I guess, the tough part of it. Sometimes you be going through shit and don't even realize you're going through it. So I be angry at the shit he didn't do because I didn't even tell him I wanted him to do it. Look at that. This is his day off, so we had some quality time with each other, Hunty, okay? Day off. It was a day on, okay? She threw that leg up, y'all. Okay? Sis, Stella got a groove back today. I already got the clip. Stella got a groove back today. We spent some quality time, okay? I gotta work it on this bank. Oh, man. Once we started spending quality time together, my whole life changed. I really did, okay? You became the gym, huh? Okay? Your ass did leg press, shoulders. Woo! Yoga, all of it, huh? Man. When you find a person that you truly love and desire, wherever you go, I can make it. I love to cook. It's therapeutic, Hunty. I swear it is. I love to cook too. Yes. I got you tenfold, okay? 10 motherfucking fold. I wish I would have known that when I was there. I sure wanted some, but I ain't trusted going to a restaurant. I went it up. I'm like, y'all stay packed. I'm like, okay, this shit look good, but let me see. Now I saw their options. All their options was epic. Okay, oh, we would have bought all that shit. Okay, I would have been making my own shit at home. Oh, shit, it's time for me to feed my snakes. Okay, but when he came in with them dungeon crabs, I'm like, I can't get this right now. When Tracy couldn't get what he wanted, I said, I don't want none of this, and I left. And I looked at it, I'm like, ooh, this shit looks so good. But it was already like not cooked. You can cook it yourself or they can cook it for you. So I'm like, no, I don't trust this. I left. And then I heard so much about it though. You can have it spicy or whatever. Hey, boo. Yes, baby, I'm ready. I've been waiting on you, okay? I see you finally made it back safely. It's time to go, y'all. I gave y'all the talk of my morning, an hour and 34 minutes, okay? As soon as I woke up, I just blessed you. Okay? It's like he kissed the yoni. Okay? I gave you the top of my morning. I hope it set the tone of your day, okay? I appreciate y'all. I love you. Peace, love, and light. Thank you, Pooh.